whenever you're coming to know yourself and becoming whole as God created you to be, that's a process.
Yes.
And as in any process, you have to start somewhere. So like, what would be maybe 3 steps that you would say to someone who's just starting out, being like, I want to find out what God made me to be. I want to discover the desire that He's put in my heart. How do I do that?
I would have to say, number 1, get yourself before the Blessed Sacrament. If it can be Eucharistic adoration, that much better. Make sure you're in the state of grace. So obviously, that's a given. My suggestion is take a piece of paper, take a pen, divide the paper in 2, put down things that you can think of yourself personally that are positives and desires that your heart has, and negatives that are also you. None of us is perfect, and negative desires your heart might have, and really pray over that and say, with this growing self-knowledge, which is essential, where would a person with this, so to speak, start looking for a vocation? Once you begin to grow in self-knowledge and you look back over this, and this takes prayer and a bit of a consistency in prayer, not a sporadic once this year, once next year, etc., but a real kind of consistency. Then the 3rd step, whenever the person's ready, is go to someone who they trust and believe can be objective about them, but loves them enough to be objective and say, not my will, but God's will for you. And then say, these are the things that really excite me, because I'm always saying, what are your passions when I'm talking to a young woman? What are your passions? What are the things that you really don't particularly care about? What excites you? When it comes into your realm, do you find yourself just all of a sudden there's this internal surge about? Those are the things that God is saying. The fulfillment of these desires and these passions will be found in which vocation for this individual. So first they have to get to know themselves, as you said, Allison. And then they need to take that self-knowledge a step deeper and say, where do these lead? And which vocation will fulfill these? And then through prayer, and usually through good spiritual direction of some sort, they will eventually start finding themselves leaning towards one, more so like defensively, like, well, maybe it's this, well, wait a minute, that one's got that too. In my life, that could be like this direction. Okay, and then this that perhaps I've always thought, or people have always said to me, I'm not sure that's going to be enough exactly. So you begin to start realizing you're starting to claim your vocation, because it's written in your heart, and it always has been. It's never been erased. It's never been taken away. It's never, not going to ever be changed. God wrote it there, and at baptism it becomes alive. And so again, in the state of grace, it's still living and growing. And you begin to start realizing this really is me, as God made me to be.